It's great to see you again.
Great
like we were just saying, last time I spoke to you was for A Castle for Christmas.
Yeah.
Very different to this film, right?
A little bit, yeah.
What was scarier though, the prospect of being in a Mission Impossible movie or having to do a Scottish accent?
I think doing a Scottish accent. You know, I wanted to make sure folks like yourself weren't too offended.
Oh, I was not offended. I absolutely loved it. I was not offended. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Perfect Christmas film.
That's very kind of you,
I'll be watching
Jodie.
it every year with a wee
Thank
tickle.
you, Jodie.
Listen, when you're asked to be in a Mission Impossible film, what are your first thoughts? Because for me, it would be, are they going to throw me out a plane?
Yeah, sure. For me, my first thought, believe it or not, was, oh my God, I get to be a part of this insane franchise, yeah? And I get to work with Tom again. You know, it's the first time we worked together since Days of Thunder, some 30 plus years ago. And I've been a fan of this, not only just the franchise, but I was a fan of the TV series, if you can believe that.
Oh, wow.
So my wife said, yeah, man, you've manifested it. And so here we are. You
I
know,
love that.
I'm living the dream.
I love
Jodie.
that you've manifested it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Was it on the vision board?
Oh, yeah. No, my wife's like, you got to stop recording it on TV. You got to stop recording all the Mission Impossible movies. Stop it.
Well, it's paid off. It's paid off. Now, I feel like this is almost an impossible junket, excuse the pun, because there's so many spoilers and
Sure.
I'm terrified. I don't want to give anything
It's all
away.
good. It's all good.
What can you tell us about your character?
Well, you know, Dengar is a very multi-layered guy. I can tell you that. Really fun to play. Yeah, you know, getting to work with Chris McQuarrie, who I'd been a fan of long before he joined the franchise, was a dream for me as well, because he's a brilliant writer and a brilliant director. And for him, it's all about the emotional journey, yeah? And that's the thing that really grabbed me, is that this film is not just an incredibly powerful movie, edge of your seat, just high-octane action film. The audience is emotionally involved in the whole thing, in the characters, in the story. And that's the genius of Chris, you know. That was one of the first things we talked about in developing this character, is he said, listen, I want to make sure that the audience is emotionally involved in him.
Yeah.
You know, we don't do one-dimensional here. Thank God that's not how I roll either, but he really wanted to make him multi-layered, and so I was really thrilled to get to collaborate with him on that.
And again, we're not giving anything away here. I'm terrified that Tom Cruise is going to jump behind one of these boards. But there's a scene quite early on where there's a lot of big players all in one room. What was it like creating that scene? Because it's amazing watching you all bounce off each other.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Chris really creates a very relaxed set. Right. You know, for a movie of this scope and size, I never saw him break a sweat. Tom either. You know, Tom's all about lifting people up, making sure that you do your best work, because he feels like he can't do his best unless everybody behind the camera and in front are doing their best. So he's a great team leader. I mean, it's kind of like Ethan Hunt in a way, you know, really.
So it didn't feel like a pressured environment then, because I think that would be terrifying. Like, you're doing a film which is so big, the stunts are so high, stakes are so high, but it was calm.
So chill.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's good to know that, because it wasn't chill for us watching it. We were on the edge of our seats
the whole time. Well, that's the point. I think that's the genius of Chris, is that he's able to keep such a relaxed set, and yet when he's there making the picture and thinking about it in his head and how to cut it and all of that, he knows he's going to put you on a high-octane ride of your life. Yeah. And I think this is the biggest action movie I've ever seen. I mean, people say I'm biased because I'm in it, but I just was blown away by it. Blown away. Amazing.
I feel exactly the same. Listen, you're brilliant, and I'm so glad that you manifested this and it all happened for you.
Thank you, Jodie. That's very sweet of you.
Welcome back to Scotland anytime you want.
I love Scotland. No, you don't understand. I fell in love with Scotland. You know, we talked about that.